Hey up, how you doing? Year 8. Right, I have got a beer mail from the lovely man, Mr. Pat from Pats Brewery. So he sent me 3 beers. I've got a Yellow Snow. I'm a bit intrigued with this one, I've got to be honest, but we'll talk about that beer when we do the tasting. I've got a Citra Mac, which has got mosaic in it, and I've got a dry stout. So tonight we're going out in a bit to a bonfire night. So if you're not from the UK, I don't know whether you have it everywhere, but November the 5th every year we celebrate old Guy Fawkes trying to blow up the Houses of Parliament by having bonfires and fireworks, and I'm probably teaching you suck eggs, aren't I? You don't think you have it everywhere, do you? No. Anyway, so we go out in the cold and we have some hot dogs and some hamburgers and stuff like that, and hot chocolate. I'm having beer tonight because there's a bar there. Get the fire lit, and then we have fireworks. It's amazing, really cool. The kids are looking forward to it. They love it. So tonight it's a bit chilly, so I'm going to start off with something warming. I don't know if it's warming or not. So I'm starting with the dry stout. I'm going to get this poured. I don't know much about it, I've got to be honest. Thank you, Pat from Pat's Brewery. I'm pretty sure these are off keg. Get in. Oi, 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 oi. Is it gonna? Bit of excitement there. Look at that. Ah, you can smell it's chocolatey. Like I said, I think it's supposed to be a bit like Guinness, but I haven't got a Guinness, so can't do a side by side. It's great colour, innit? Look. Definitely looks the job. It's about right. Bonfire night with a stout. I'm hoping there's going to be some good old real ales from Lincolnshire there. I don't know what bar they've got. I'm hoping they've got a keg of Ferry ales or Horncastle ales or something like that. Maybe some Bateman's. So yes, here we go. Right, I'll get back into this. Smells like a stout. Absolutely smells like a stout. I know it's got some. It's not complicated. I can't remember what it's got in it. I know it's got roasted barley in it, and it's got East Kent Goldings for the hops. Let's get in. One of a few tonight. Saturday night. Not at work tomorrow. Lovely. So I'm going to get myself a nice hot dog and an hamburger. Part of something nice while we're there. And we'll do a bit of ooh, ah. You've all done it. You've all done it at fireworks. Don't tell me you haven't. Right, Pat, thank you very much for the beers. I am having a packaging nightmare at the minute. I just cannot package anything properly. I've been experimenting. I need a beer gun, I think. That's what I need. So nobody's getting beer off me at the minute, I'm afraid. It's just, I'm not sending out bad beer. I'm just not doing it. So unfortunately, but I will sort it out at some point. Because I owe quite a few people beer, actually. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Do you know what? That's pretty smooth. So there's a little bit of chocolate and a little bit of coffee maybe. But it's pretty smooth. It's not particularly astringent. Mouth feels nice, medium. It's medium-ish, this one, I think. Can't see the carbonation. Colour's good. Tanned head. See, you can't compare beers, can you? If like a can of Guinness on nitro. The original Guinness, I have some of that in the fridge. I'm not a big fan. That's why it's still in the back of the fridge. Someone brought it. I don't know. I've gone off it. I used to like it. I used to like a nice little cheeky original Guinness. But I don't know. I don't know whether it's changed or whether my tastes have changed. I'm not a fan of that anymore. I've got to be honest. This tastes like a nice stout. My stouts are quite astringent. I put a lot of dark malts in mine because that's how I like it. This is a bit smoother. It's a bit more mellow. I think it probably has been conditioning a bit, so that will. It's a little bit roasty. It's got a lovely mouthfeel. There's a little bit of bitterness all the way through. There's a little bit of coffee and a little bit of chocolate. It is what it should be, I think. I haven't decided what I'm doing with this yet. I don't know whether I'm going to put 3 videos out or 2. I'll tell you what I'll do. If I get some footage tonight of the bonfire, fireworks and stuff, if I remember, I might put it onto this and do this as one video. And then however long the other 2 are, put them together or leave them separate. I don't know. Might be a bit of a filler. I haven't had a beer mail for a while, but I don't deserve one because I haven't been sending any beer out. I get that. I'm terrible for sending beer out. Just because I can't get it packaged right in a minute. I used to send bottle conditioned beer out, and that was... Oh man, I can remember I sent Graham Preston some, and I don't know what... Out the keg, I did a salted caramel chocolate thingy, stouty thing. And in the keg, it was an absolute dream. And he sent me a message going, I don't know what's happened to these bottles, mate, but there's something wrong. It tasted cleaner. And I opened a bottle because I had some left. And it wasn't the cleaner that I used, I don't think. I don't know what had happened in there, but it tasted of solvent. The keg was beautiful, an absolutely gorgeous, lovely beer. But the bottles tasted of solvent. Not that I've drank solvent, but you know by the smell, don't you? So, yeah, I don't know what happened there. That's just a waste, isn't it? You know, packaging, posting it out isn't cheap these days, and I am not sending out rubbish beer. I'm just not doing it. So, at some point, I'll get my finger out and get a beer gun or something and get off keg. And it's just the way I do it at the minute. It's not working. It's just not working. Don't like bottle conditioned beer. I've had some here and I've been testing it, and it's just unpredictable. And when it gets over carbed, I think it gives it a really odd taste. Really odd taste. And you only get a bit of it anyway, don't you? Because you get that much and the rest of it's head. And then you've stirred up the sediment at the bottom anyway because the bubbles have come up so quick. Oh, no, I'm just not doing it. Anyway, back to Pat and Pat's Brewery. Dry stout. I suppose we ought to talk about the dryness. It's pretty dry. It is pretty dry. Which I guess it should be, shouldn't it? It's a dry stout. It makes sense. It all makes sense. It's lovely. I'll tell you what, it's a lovely, easy drinking one. It's not astringent. Everything is sort of balancing together. I'm a fan of East Kent Goldings anyway, you know that. Yeah, lovely. It's just a nice, cheeky little, easy drinking stout. Right. I'm going to be heading out soon. I'll finish this. We'll head out. And I'll see you when I see you.